गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रजजनरंजन यमुनातीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय प्रभुपदाय जय प्रभुपदाय प्रभुपदाय जय प्रभुपदाय जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरू श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाशातदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत सादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. So welcome you all for today's program. Thank you, Prabhu. So the topic for today's class is, what's the topic of today's class? Okay, there is no topic, I suppose. It's a good thing. I really like that, because topic or no topic, more important is Hari Katha. We are here to listen about Lord Hari, glorify Lord Hari. Thank you, Prabhu. But still I will check what was the topic. What was the topic, Prabhu? Secret of advancement in bhakti is what we are going to talk today. Right. So if you see, we all want to become devotees of Lord Krishna. And bhakti is only for Lord Krishna. Bhakti is not for anyone else. For no one else, bhakti is applicable. Bhakti is applicable only to Lord Krishna. That is what all the Shastras says. But nowadays they put bhakti to everyone. This bhakti, that bhakti, that bhakti. But bhakti is only for Krishna. Something, make it simple. नहीं ये ठीक है, वो इको इको हो रहा है, बिट्रो हो गया. So I told Hare Krishna, अभी भी इको ही है ना? Echo is there? It's okay? Yeah. So if you see our time in Krishna consciousness, from the time we have come, थोड़ा कम करना, it's too much. तो मुझे ही कैसे था? हरे कृष्णा और कम. Hare Krishna, yes. So every day that we are living, they say the sun is rising in the morning and it is setting. And then who is rising in the evening? The moon is rising. So there is moon and sun who are always our witness. They are witnessing all our activities, sun and moon. Right? So every day when the sun rises and when the sun sets, it takes away one day from our life. Correct? So every day sun is sucking our life. Every single day we are going one step closer to the end of the time that we have been allocated. So the Shastra says that, Srimad Bhagavatam says that every day the sun is taking our life. But if we do Hari Katha in that same day, then that every setting of sun, we don't go one step closer to death, but we go one step closer to Krishna. And that is perfection of life. If you really see, 2024 is gone. It just came and we just opened our center. January, they all were like, demolishing this place and so many complaints and so many things. That's what we were doing in January. Now next January is come. Right? It went so fast. And then 26 will come, 27 will come. Time is going so fast. Right? And we are feeling what? Let me be more comfortable. Let me, go with life. आराम से करेंगे सब कुछ. कैसे तो time निकालना है हमें. But we don't understand this human form of life is very, very rare. Krishna says, Bahunam Janmanam Anti. After many, many lifetime, someone get human form of life, and after many, many lifetime in human form of life, someone get to the conclusion that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. हमें ये करना है. And here Srimad Bhagavatam says that by setting of every sun, it is sucking our life. But in that time, if we do Krishna Katha, we are going one step closer to Krishna and not one step closer to death. So Shravanam is one of the most important thing. If you see, we have 9 processes of devotional service. Who gave us the 9 processes of devotional service? Prahlad Maharaj, right? And Prahlad Maharaj said there are 9 processes. We want to do devotional service. We want to do bhakti to Krishna. To do bhakti to Krishna, there are 9 steps. There are 9, not steps, 9 processes. By these 9 different ways, we can do bhakti to Krishna. So those 9 processes starts from which process? Shravanam. So even in those 9 processes, Prahlad Maharaj has put first emphasis on Shravanam. And why he will not put? How Prahlad Maharaj became devotee? By Shravanam. And where he heard about Krishna? In the womb of his mother Kayagu. He was in the womb. And who was speaking? Narad Muni. So very process by which he came to devotional service of Krishna was by Shravanam. So that's why when he became a very big devotee of the Lord and he compiled slokas in glorification of the Lord and he gave us the process of devotional service, he put Shravanam first. Shravanam, Smaranam, Vishnu, Kirtanam. Then third was Kirtanam. Shravanam is first. Even when we came to Krishna consciousness, we came when someone told us, right? We just didn't get up, okay, I have to go and search where is Krishna, where is the Supreme Lord, let me go and search everywhere. Very few people come like that. But most of us, we came when someone told us about Krishna. Someone said, oh, there is nice this Hare Krishna, they tell nice about Krishna, Katha is happening, or we must have seen somewhere, heard somewhere. So we came by hearing. Last year also I was in all my classes, I used to always say it's very important whom we give our ear to, whom we are giving our ear to. Mane, what we are spending our time listening to, that is what we become. If an engineer uses his time listening to engineering things, he'll become engineer. If a doctor student uses his time and years listening about doctory thing, he'll become doctor. But if we get into an engineering college and use our ear to do all sort of nonsense and hear everything else other than engineering, we will not become engineer. Problem is, after education, we stop learning. So we should not stop learning. Bhakti is a continuous process. And that's why we have so many scriptures. That is why Ved Vyas has written so many Puranas that even for our lifetime, if we read it, will not get finished. Right? So hearing is the most important process. So the secret of advancement in bhakti, the secret to start bhakti is hearing, and secret of even advancing in bhakti is hearing process. It's not that once the hearing process is done, then I will go to other process. No, other processes can be done parallelly, like our japa, like smaranam, pada sevanam, all those processes can be done parallelly, but hearing should never stop. Hearing should never stop, because if we stop hearing, after some time we will have doubt whether really Krishna is Supreme God, really He is the final, or is there someone beyond, because we have stopped hearing. And mind is such a devil, it will put so many doubts in our mind. So hearing process is most important, right? So here Lord Brahma says in Bhagavatam, very nice, he says, when Brahmaji created the entire universe, so initially it was all dark when Brahmaji came, and Brahmaji saw everything is dark, kuch dikh nahi raha hai. He just heard one word. What was that word? Do austerity. So he did austerity for years and years and years, and celestial years. And then from somewhere Krishna connected through him. Krishna didn't come in front of him. Krishna connected through him, and through oral sound vibration, the whole knowledge was transferred to him. And then he created everything. And then he glorified Krishna. So here in this third canto where all these things are described, Lord Brahma says one very nice shloka. He says, "O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the years by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become clean, and you take your seat in their heart. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in that particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you." So here Brahmaji is telling Lord that, Lord, you are so merciful and your devotees know you by their ears. So listening. So Brahmaji also stresses a lot over here on the process of listening. Which other devotee we have in Bhagavatam or in our Puranas who got connected to Krishna through hearing? Prahlad Maharaj is definitely one. Parikshit Maharaj, yes, he only heard, he never saw Krishna. He only heard about him, and then later he got audience of Krishna. Which other big devotee? Which one? Or yes, Mataji's, Prabhuji's. Dhruv Maharaj. Dhruv Maharaj heard the instructions from Narad, and then he meditated. But it wasn't full information of Krishna. He didn't get first. Which other devotee? Think. By hearing, Suna Bhagwan, they never saw Krishna like we see the photograph. Shukdev Goswami, yes, he is one. Which other? Yeah, Rukmini Devi. Sudmada Prabhu also said. Rukmini Devi. Who is Rukmini Devi? She is Lakshmi in the spiritual world, right? Even before this earth was formed, she is there with Lord. Lord said, "I'm going, you are coming." She said, "Yeah, I'm also coming." "Okay, you go there in Kuntina and you take birth in this Raja's house. I'll come from there." So everything is set. Natak is set already, right? So if Krishna wanted, he could have just married her right away. But just to set an example Krishna made this pastime in which Rukmini never saw Krishna. She never saw Krishna. She only heard about Krishna. And only by hearing about Krishna, she got so much attachment to Krishna that she said, I'm not going to marry anyone but you. And she wrote a letter to him. And then he comes and takes her away. Right? In those days, all these things were not so common. Right? But only by hearing. And Krishna and Rukmini Devi writes, she writes a letter to Krishna, and that letter is part of the Bhagavatam. She writes, what is this? Shrutva guna bhuvana sundara shrunate te nirvisna karna vivara arto nagna tapna. Shrutva, she said, I heard about your guna. Shrutva guna, I heard about your glories. I didn't see you, my Lord. I heard, and through my ears, I fell in love with you. Shrutva, it starts by hearing. And she gave everything to Krishna, and she was not even sure whether Krishna will come or not. And she was waiting. And Krishna also didn't come immediately. He made her wait for some time. He was testing. Right? So if we see Rukmini Devi, who was wife of Krishna to set an example, he just to emphasize the process of hearing. We all want to see God. We want to see His presence in our life. We pray to God and we want Him to solve all our problems. We want God in every part of our things. But we don't want to hear about Him. Right? But if you see great souls, Prahlad Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, Rukmini Devi, everyone heard about the Lord so much first that Lord was forced to appear. Are we hearing about Lord so much that He is very happy to see us? Or we are hearing about Him only Friday to Friday, that to 8 o'clock no one comes. Only the Jai Radha Madhav starts at 8 o'clock. Right? We should be hearing so much about the Lord that our heart should be filled only with Lord. Then when Lord sees us, He'll be happy. Oh, He's the one who hears about me. Right? If you meet someone on the road, you go to market and you meet someone, and that guy goes to someone else and always blasphemes you, talks bad about you, and you know that, you'll be happy to meet him. What you'll do? You'll say like this. There are 100 ways, no, not to see. To see but not to see. There are 100 ways. Now we all know those. Don't have to teach us that. Suddenly something will fall down. Like this you'll do. Like this you'll do. Right? Why? Because I don't like that guy. Because he doesn't talk good about me. Right? So when we go in front of the Lord also, if we don't hear about the Lord, it's not that Lord will not look at us, but He will not look at us with that affection as He looks to His pure devotees. But by the process of hearing, it is said further, reading and hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is performance of bhakti. We say, why? How to perform bhakti? Reading of and hearing of Srimad Bhagavatam is the process of performing bhakti. So when we do so much of hearing about the Lord and then we go in front of Him, He also will become happy. Oh, He's the man who always hears about me. Right? Who always talks good about me. Now you see the other way. Second example, in the market. You go to the market and you see someone buying, his back is there and he is buying some things, and he is the one who always glorifies you. Not false glorification, proper glorification. He always thinks good about you, talks good about you to others. And when you see him, you'll do like this. No, you will, even his back is there, you will go and say, Kosa bara ani. Why? Because that connection is there. Hearing. We cannot see God. With our eyes, we cannot see God. With our little mind, we cannot concentrate on the Lord, focus on the Lord. We cannot do tapa and focus on the Lord so much that we'll force Him to come in front of us like Dhruv Maharaj. We can't do that. Dhruv Maharaj, he was not even breathing when he was doing tapasya. He had stopped breathing. That was his tapasya. Like, हमारा कितना है? हमारा tapasya कुछ नहीं है. The only tapasya we can do is hearing about the Lord. Only that we can do. And I'll tell you how. You'll say, that is only tapasya. Yes. All the processes are connected to that one process of hearing. Shrutva. Mother Rukmini says, Shrutva, I heard about you, Guna. about your Bhuvana Sundara. She said, Shrutva Guna Bhuvana Sundara Shrunvatam Te. I heard about your world famous qualities, my Lord, and I got attracted. Like we want to buy something. When we buy something, abhi we bought a mixer, na? Kitne हजार का mixer है वो? Either it was a talk of the town only, na? We got so expensive mixer. Why you got such an expensive mixer? Because the qualities of those mixer is so good, right? I hope so, at least. Right? It is grinding so good. It is expensive. But when something is having so good qualities, you feel no matter what, I want it. So when we will feel that urge, Lord, I want only you, nothing else of this world. When we hear about Him, if we don't hear about Him, then how we will know about His great qualities? And if we don't know about His great qualities, we'll be attached to something else of this world. It is natural. See, it is natural. We are soul. We are Satchidanand. We want to be happy. We cannot always be sad. Bottom line is, we want to be happy. If we don't find happiness in eternal, we'll try to find happiness in temporary. Happiness is that it's not that the outside world is not having happiness. It is having lot of happiness. अभी देखा ना सब WhatsApp पे न्यू ईयर को सब बीच पे थे कि नहीं, कितना मजा आ रहा था, देख के लगा ना हाँ मैं भी कुछ मिस कर रहा हूँ, लगा कि नहीं सबको? हैप्पीनेस, कौन बोल रहा है हैप्पीनेस नहीं है? There's full happiness, but that happiness is temporary. That happiness will lead to misery. But if we don't get connected to this permanent happiness, 101% will get connected to that temporary happiness. It's for sure. We cannot be neutral. We cannot be neutral. We cannot be Aham Brahmasmi, because in Kali Yuga, meditation doesn't work. Right? So, here the process of hearing is given, and everything starts from the process of hearing about the Lord. Srila Prabhupada used to emphasize a lot on hearing. Once Srila Prabhupada, they organized a big program in London, and very few people came. 2-3 people only came in that auditorium. It's a very famous pastime of Prabhupada. And Prabhupada gave class. He gave class with full enthusiasm. Only 2-3 people sitting in the audience. And big audience, big auditorium. 500-600 लोगों का auditorium, only 2 people. But he gave class with full enthusiasm. Then the devotees who organized the program, they apologized. Prabhupada, sorry, we did so much of prachar, very few people came. He said, few people came? Who said few people came? I was able to see Narad Muni sitting over there. I was able to see this demigod sitting there. I was able to see that demigod sitting over there. So that was Prabhupada's vision. Because wherever Krishna Katha is going on, all the demigods come and listen. That is the purity of Krishna Katha. It's not the purity of person who is speaking. It's the purity of the Katha. It's the purity of the contents which is coming. Not the purity of the deliverer. Right? So it's also said in Bhagavatam that where Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam is spoken, Yamraj also comes and sits. He's sitting and he is hearing. And when he's hearing, he's also watching. What is watching? Kaun aaya hai? Yeah, he's watching. Right? And by mistake, if our file reaches him, after we stop breathing, if the file reaches him, then he will check, oh, he's the same person I saw in Bhagavatam. No, its file has come at the wrong place. Send it back to Vaikuntha. These are not made up stories. In Bhagavatam it is there that wherever Srimad Bhagavatam is recited or even read, why we say Bhagavatam has to be read at home? Because even when Bhagavatam is read, there are so many devotees over here who have finished reading Bhagavatam. You know that? Can you imagine the purity? They sat in their house on that sofa, sitting, reading Bhagavatam, 12 cantos. How pure that place will be. Right? So when we read Bhagavatam, recite Bhagavatam, hear Bhagavatam, Yamraj comes and he takes a note. Okay, even though we are sleeping in Bhagavatam class, that's okay. That's okay, he's taking a note. Right? Unfortunately, if we are not able to complete our activities of devotional service and our file reaches to Yamraj in due course of time, at least we have that assurance. And that is why I'm saying that if we hear, the process of hearing, it will align everything else. Very, very powerful, very, very powerful. We have to make a point that every day I hear something, because our senses, they are very dangerous people. We are living with 5 serpents. हमारे अंदर 5 सांप है, सांप. Snake. Can you hold? How many of y'all can hold a snake? If I give you a snake, I say it will not bite you. Will you hold it? पहिल्यावरच किती जाता. Do you know, Shastra says we have 5 serpents. Who are the 5 serpents? Our 5 senses. Our 5 senses. Tongue, you don't know when it will talk something or when it will like to eat something. Eyes want to see something and we will go in that direction. They are biting us. They are biting us every time. You know, केन्ना असं जीव असं हे कसं जाता पळयला कितें अशें कशेंच जाता म्हणटा. कित्याक your senses are making you mad. they are really controlling us. Senses are controlled by mind. They are biting us again and again. If we don't engage our senses in the seva of the Lord, they will serve something else outside. Very dangerous, right? So the Yamraj takes a note. That's very, very important, right? And also, now Srila Prabhupada used to, as I said, he used to emphasize a lot on hearing. He himself was a very, 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 very nice. He used to take lot of interest in hearing his Guru Maharaj. His Guru Maharaj, whose name was what? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So when Prabhupada, his name was what before he got initiated? Abhay. So Abhay Babu. So his name came for initiation. So the Gaudiya Math, then they got the list and they said, okay, we have to, they went to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They said, okay, Thakur, this Thakurji, these are the names for initiation this year. So he was reading, okay, who all are there. And then Abhay. So they were telling, okay, this is this devotee, this is this devotee, this is this devotee. And then Prabhupada's name came. They started talking about Abhay. They were, hey, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, I know him. He's the same gentleman who liked to hear a lot. So that was Srila Prabhupada's identity in the mind of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He is the one who liked to hear. So it is said that a great spiritual master is a very great disciple. Not great, a very sincere disciple. A great spiritual master is a sincere disciple. Only one who is a sincere disciple can become a great spiritual master. Right? We want to become leaders, we want to become heads, we want to become so many designations under us. But if we are not disciplined disciples, sincere disciples, we will not be able to hold any of these services. Right? Once Srila Prabhupada was there, he had got initiated and they were in Kosi when he was talking. There was a place in Kosi and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was come with Yatra. And ISKCON Yatra means Katha. So they had Katha and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in the second half said, now everyone has lot of devotees were there, lot of disciples of his were there. You have 2 options. I will continue my Katha in second half of the day. So some of y'all, if you all want, you can sit for Katha. And if you want, you can go for Kosi Dham Darshan. Most of them went for Dham Darshan. Prabhupada said, no, I want to sit and hear. That was Prabhupada. Hearing is the key. All our acharyas, they give lot of stress on hearing. So this year, we should take a resolution that I will be hearing as much as possible. As much as possible. Because every day is passing and our mind is taking us in so many different directions. Whatever we become is sum total of all those things, what is happening to us every day. A big change in our life will suddenly not happen. It is sum total of all those pile-ups, what is happening in our day, every day. We feel a little bit of Maya is okay, a little bit of Maya is okay, a little bit of Maya is okay. But every day, little, it is piling. And one fine day, गायब ही हो जाते हैं devotees. कहाँ था, आता था, कहीं रहता लो मरे तो नच जालो. कहाँ ना मैं फोन कर सो बट्टा प्रभुजी कहीं आसा दिया आया था. Right? It's a fact. It's a fact. Sometimes we feel bored of chanting. We said, बस हो गया यार कितना जपा है कितना रोज वही यार पूरा दुनिया मजा कर रहा है. Why? Because it is sum total of all the lethargies what we add up every day. Little, chota. Maya is like that. Maharaj was giving once lecture. Maharaj was saying, Maya will not say that stop Krishna consciousness. Mandir jaane ka nahi. Eat non-veg. No, Maya will never say that. Maya will not say give me your years. Maya will not say give me your whole month or 1 week. Maya will not even say give me 1 day. Maya will not even say give me 1 hour. Maya will not even say give me 1 minute. Maya will say give me 1 second. 1 second दे दे मुझे बस 1 second. इतना 1 second बाकी सब तेरा है भाई. फिर पूरा जप करते बैठ मेरे को क्या करना है. 1 second दे दे मुझे. And through that one crack, Maya gets inside. And then we are totally finished. and then hours and hours and hours are lost. Right, so it's very, very important that we have to be Prabhupada for hearing. If you all have read Prabhupada's book, Prabhupada for hearing, Prabhupada used to say, what it is? Oral reception. Prabhupada used to say a term, submissive oral reception. For hearing, Prabhupada used to say submissive oral means through ear, reception. Bhagavatam has to be heard with submissive oral reception, submissive. Not with challenging mentality, not with getting some knowledge. Oh, okay, I got this knowledge. Okay, पता था राम ने ऐसा इसलिए किया. Okay, कृष्णा ने ऐसा किया. ठीक है, कर्णा को ऐसा मारा. ठीक है, सब पता है मुझे. But I'll not follow. That is not submissive. That is only for getting database. वो तो आजकल चैट जीपीटी पे भी सब आ जाता है. You किसी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Right? But chat GPT is not submissive. It is not humble. It is machine. Krishna doesn't like machines. He like humble souls. So it's very, very important that we heard with submissive oral reception, is written in Prabhupada's all the books. So now, this was the importance of hearing. Now we will briefly discuss what is the effect of hearing. So the first effect is that by hearing about Krishna, we get association of Krishna. We all want to get association of Krishna. As I said, we want Krishna in our life, we want Krishna to help us, we want Krishna in all the activities we do. How we will get association of Krishna? To establish Krishna at home, Radha Krishna ke deities laye ghar mein, to Krishna comes? Not necessarily. But one very easy way to have Krishna's association is by hearing about him. Because when I'm hearing about Krishna, my mind is engaged in his Rupa, Guna, and what are the things? Rupa, Guna and Leela. His name, form and pastimes. So when I'm engrossed in that, I am with Krishna. Right? When I love someone, a boy loves a girl, he is always in her dreams. She is not there physically, or he is not there physically, but in the mind, wahi chal raha hai. Similarly, the same example is used over here. If we want to connect to Krishna, we have to think about Krishna. If I'm not thinking about Krishna, where even he comes physically in front of us, we'll not be able to connect. Right? So here, the first effect is that if we hear about Krishna, we get his association. Parikshit Maharaj, we said Parikshit Maharaj heard about Krishna and he got association of Krishna. So Parikshit Maharaj in Bhagavatam, in the 7th canto, he says one very, very important shloka. He says, very nicely put, please hear. He says, conditioned life is due to contamination. See, we all are going through our life, and our life is really boring. Correct or not? How many agree? Life is really boring, right? If I get headache, I get backache, I can't sit properly, my mind always troubles me, I have so many anxieties, my neighbor is better than me, I have so many expectations from everyone, I have my career, my boss, my God, so many decisions to take, I can't go for a vacation for last 1 year, I'm planning so much. So many things in life. Maza hai kya life mein? Right? That's why it's called Maya, illusion, right? So here, Parikshit Maharaj says that the conditioning in our life is because of contamination. Now you say, where there is contamination? I am clean. But contamination in the form of 6 anarthas, what we have, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mad, Matsar, which comes time and again. And he says, ahead of that, conditioning life is due to contamination only. And as soon as it is cleared off, the natural dormant function of the living entity, that is rendering service to the Lord, awakens. So why we are not able to render service to Lord now? Because we are conditioned. We have so many contamination. Now he is also telling how to remove the contamination. Parikshit Maharaj recommends that from his practical experience, that everyone try to hear about the transcendental pastimes of the Lord. This Krishna pastime is meant for this one purpose, and the reader can take advantage of it so that he gets the ultimate goal of life, that is service of the Supreme Lord. Now this is there in Bhagavatam. The end goal of life is service to the Supreme Lord, because we are serving so many, we are serving everyone, right? We don't disagree that we are right now serving so many people. That is the nature of the soul, to serve. But all of them whom we are serving, we are not happy serving them. We will be happy when we serve the Supreme Lord. And Bhagavad Gita also says the same thing. I have to serve the Supreme Lord. Now what stops us from serving the Supreme Lord? Parikshit Maharaj says it is the contamination in our heart. And he also tells how to remove those contamination in the heart. He says, when everyone tried to hear about the transcendental pastime of the Lord, he becomes eligible to create friendship with the Lord. To have relation with him, to serve him, I should have relation with him. To have relation with him, the process is hearing about him. Now we heard Brahmaji saying, we heard Parikshit Maharaj saying over here, Rukmini mother herself saying this. So all the great personalities have put so much stress on this one process of hearing. So we all have to evaluate this. How much hearing I am doing? Hearing or reading? It's the same thing. I am reading Bhagavatam or hearing. How much reading I am doing in the week or in a month, right? Am I really eligible that I come in front of Krishna and Krishna will be happy looking at me, or Krishna will look somewhere else? Right? We have to ask this question. Am I consciously putting my time in hearing? A lot of us for this 2025 we must have taken some resolution. Na? Is bar health. इस बार proper health का care लेंगे or we'll do something. But how many of us have taken resolution that I will hear this year? 2 hours a week I will hear. Other than the Friday class, Friday class तो bonus है. Other than Friday class you don't have option. No, you get inside that door, you have to sit only. Lord that is okay. It is obligatory. But Lord is happy when you can do something else, but you use that time to hear about the Lord. Lord says, time nikal ke mere baare mein sun raha hai. Time nikal ke. Right? See, hearing, our process is so transcendental, It is just not, hearing is just not a process of collecting data and facts. I know this pastime. Oh, I know why this happened. It's a process of connecting to the Lord. Just like Bhagavad Gita is a living book. You read it, it will reciprocate back with you. Hari Katha is also a living Katha. You hear Hari Katha, no matter what problem you have, Krishna will give you intelligence to get out of that problem. Because he knows if my devotee is in some problem, I remove him out of that problem, he gets some extra time. What he will do in that extra time? Sure? Yeah. So when Lord really helps us and give us some extra time, we have to reciprocate with the Lord in the same way. Think about it. Lord has given us so many things, so many resources, so many facilities. And all these facilities should give us some extra time, free our time. Right? In that free time, what we should do? Krishna Katha. Krishna says, I don't play with the free will of the living being. Our Sanatan Dharma is such a thing that God will not come and put gun on your head. He will not say, you didn't worship me, now you will rot in the hell. What it is? What they say? वो लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Something they say. There's some terminology. क्या बोलते हैं? You will rot, you will suffer in hell forever. है उनका कुछ तो terminology, because you are not a good whatever. यहाँ पे हमारे धर्म में ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Only if you do something bad, those things are separate. But if you are perfect, you didn't do anything bad, no bad karma, but you didn't follow the Lord. Lord will not say, I will put you in hell. He doesn't say anywhere. For bad karmas, yes. But if you don't follow him and you are maintaining your good this thing, he will not, those things are not there. He doesn't put a gun on your head and say that if you are not this, you will go to hell forever. कहीं पे नहीं है. He is just silently, patiently waiting for you. That when you will turn back. Last time I was saying, if you even read Bhagavad Gita, everywhere, you know what language Krishna has used? He is saying to Arjuna, Arjuna, I am suggesting you. Arjuna, I'm just, if you do this, I suggest you can do this. This language is using. ऐसा कोई यूज़ कर, बॉस ऐसा लैंग्वेज यूज़ करता है, आई सजेस्ट यू बाबा कंप्लीट द टास्क. वो तो सबके 10 लोगों के सामने आपका चुराई बनाता है. ये भगवान है, सुप्रीम लॉर्ड. वी आर यूजिंग हिज रिसोर्सेज लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर एंड पोल्यूटिंग एवरीथिंग, एंड ही इज सेइंग आई सजेस्ट बाबा यू डू दिस. यू रीड भगवद गीता, यू विल फाइंड द वर्ड्स. ही इज सेइंग आई एम सजेस्टिंग यू अर्जुना. If you like, even in the last chapter, 18th chapter, he is saying, I have given you the topmost religion, the most secret thing I have told you. Now you decide what you want to do. He is not saying, 40 मिनट तेरे को सब बोला मैं, जिस काम के लिए मैं आया था, धर्म बचाने के लिए आया था ना कृष्णा, सब तेरे को दिया, अभी फॉलो कर, हाँ लेके जा आगे. 18th chapter is saying, I have given you the most guhyatam, the very secret knowledge. Now you suggest, you decide what you have to do. That is Krishna. इससे अच्छा और बाप कहाँ मिल सकता है? यू नो, हमको तो आदत ही पड़ गया, ऐसा ही बाप चाहिए जो मारेगा, ठोकेगा, पीटेगा, उसके बाद ही हम कुछ करेंगे, राइट? बट वी शुड नॉट गो टू दैट एक्सट्रीम. वी शुड नॉट टेक लीनियंसी ऑफ कृष्णा दैट मच, right? So we have to hear about Krishna. That is very, very important. This hearing process, Shravanam is very important, and we have to take steps. ऐसा ही नहीं होगा. We have to take steps, in the process of Shravanam. One more effect of Shravanam. In the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, there is story of Putna. We all know the story of Putna, right? Putna comes and try to kill Krishna, but she gets the position of Krishna's mother in the spiritual world. So I think it is there in the one full chapter is dedicated for this pastime of Putna. And at the end of this pastime, in Bhagavatam, it is said that whoever will hear this pastime of Putna will get Krishna Ratim. Krishna Ratim means love. Whoever will hear this pastime of Putna will get Krishna Ratim. Yeah, it's 10th canto, 6th chapter, 44th verse. So it's the last verse maybe of that chapter. And chapter also says he will get 2 more advantages of hearing this pastime. It will kill the hypocrisy in the heart and get Krishna Ratim. Why hypocrisy? Why this focusing on hypocrisy? Hypocrisy म्हणजे पाखंड म्हणजे पुढे किने फाटल्यान किने दुसरेच. Front we are someone else, inside we are someone else. That is hypocrisy. Why this chapter hypocrisy they are talking, Putna chapter? Because Putna came as a hypocrite. She came as a very good demigoddess, but she was Rakshasi. So we also sometimes come in front of the Lord like that only, na? Lord, please, कुछ कर, ऐसे humble, means innocent look. अंदर सब एकदम पूरा we are waiting to destroy the resources of the Lord, right? So if we hear this pastime, Krishna says, वो जो अंदर कपट है ना, that कपट will go. Just by hearing, क्या करना है? बैठो, सुनो पुतना के बारे में. That's it. This is called Phala Shruti. So every Bhagavatam story has a Phala Shruti. You get some phal out of by Shruti. Shruti means hearing. If you hear, you get this Shruti. Itna merciful. Bhagavatam is so merciful. Right? So Krishna says, if you hear this pastime, you get this Phal Shruti. So even by hearing the pastime of the Lord, we get purified from inside. Even we don't know. Samjha nahi samjha baad mein. Right? So we had this Baldevanand Prabhu. Baldevanand Prabhu is father of Shubhavilas Prabhu and Achyut Gopal Prabhu. So initially when ISKCON started in 98, 2001 and all, and Baldevan Prabhu don't know Hindi. He knows, they are Tamil. So he knows Tamil and English. He is a lawyer, so no Hindi, only Tamil and English. So when we had only one center in Ponda, and all the programs used to happen over there in Ponda. And Ponda, the language of lecture was Hindi. Hindi mein lecture hote the. So still Baldevan Prabhu used to come and sit over there right in front. So one day they asked him, Prabhuji, you don't understand Hindi. Why still you are coming and sitting for lecture? He said, yeah, I don't understand Hindi, but in the lecture you say Krishna, Ram, that goes in my ear. No, I'll get purified. That was him. So even if you don't know what pastime they are talking about, I read Bhagavatam, but ये समझा नहीं ऐसा क्यों किया कृष्णा ने, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. We read some sections of Bhagavatam, they are so difficult to understand. Iska ladka wo, iska ye, uska wo. Who are reading Bhagavatam, they know. Sometimes some sections are you have to just read. It's not to by heart. It is just to read. You have to just go through it. It purifies. We don't know what we get. Right? So this is another effect of hearing. Now we will discuss one very important part. Let's see how much we can do. How to hear. So we discussed what is importance of hearing, the effect of hearing. Now how to hear. There are 4 parts of hearing. Okay. First part is definitely sitting and hearing, Shravanam. The second part is Mananam. Mananam means contemplation. One is just hearing. Okay, I'm hearing Putna's pastime. I'm hearing Putna's pastime. I'm hearing I should hear. I'm hearing I should do resolution that I should hear. That is first step. Second step is, out of all that I have heard, I will pick up something and I will do mananam. I will contemplate on it. Okay, this is applicable for me. Okay, I think I should be doing this. Oh, Lord is so nice. Wow, amazing pastime. Now you contemplate, you think, just like a cow, she eats all the grass and then she sits at one place and she removes it out and she chews it again and makes it very supple and soft and juicy, and then she gets it inside. So in our day-to-day life also and otherwise also, we hear so much Krishna Katha, but moment the mic is off, we all get into our own world. We should pick something from here and contemplate on it. So I always say, we should not, like I say for the Saturday devotees, we should not make this as a spiritual entertainment. We should not make it as a spiritual entertainment. We should make it as a spiritual transformation. So we should pick up some things. Okay, this pastime of the Lord, I had never heard. I never thought like this. Rukmini Devi heard, she is wife of Krishna. Still Krishna made this pastime of making her hear me without me coming in front of her. Krishna made this so that I can learn and I can understand the importance of hearing. I will do hearing. Mother Rukmini did it. And so much anxiety she must have gone. She is Radharani's expansion. So much anxiety she went through just so that we can learn. I'll do this. I'll do hearing process. I want to know qualities of Krishna, just like Mother Rukmini heard the qualities of Krishna and she got attracted to Krishna. I don't want to get attracted to anything else. Even one line like this we take with us, Krishna will help us to implement it. But if we don't do, only we, putcha part, what is it? Putcha part, partcha sapat. इधर से सुना, ISKCON से सुना, ISKCON से गया, ISKCON. Right? They say that. So ISKCON से डाल के थोड़ा अंदर भी जाना चाहिए हार्ट में. ISKCON से ये कान बंद करना चाहिए, ऐसे पकड़ के आना चाहिए. ये कान में जाएगा, बाहर नहीं जाएगा, ये कान से अंदर जाएगा. Right? So it's very important to do this mananam. If we don't do mananam, this becomes just a spiritual entertainment. So they say Shravanam without mananam is mental speculation. It is what it is, speculation. We just it is spiritual entertainment. And mananam, only thinking but not doing Shravanam, is mental speculation. I am only thinking, Krishna is like this. Arey Baba, what is there in Shastra? You read first. You align your thought process with what is actually there. Then it becomes perfect. Otherwise it is mental speculation. I'm just speculating. And then he goes away because he doesn't understand some things. That's why it's very, very important to hear. Sometimes some devotees just want to do seva. But we get scared when someone is just doing seva. And here is not hearing. Because if philosophy is not strong, it will go. Philosophy has to be strong. Why things are happening the way they are happening. Very, very important. Right? So hearing, first thing we hear. The second thing is mananam. The third thing they say, mananam is also called as anumodanti. We discussed about it, I think 2 months back. The third thing is nidhi dhyasanam. Nidhi dhyasanam means application. We have to apply something. Application is very important. Even though 1% I am applying out of that 100 things I heard, it is perfection. I have to apply in my life. Right? A lot of times we go through some decision makings every day in life. if we keep this hearing process, I'll tell you, Krishna will help us in making the right choice. That choice can be, or that decision making can be as small as what clothes I should wear. Black or blue. I'm not saying dhoti kurta, even to office. Or that decision can be as big as, any big decision in life. Krishna will give you intelligence from inside. He will not solve your problems. He will give you intelligence from inside. We have experience from so many devotees. They say, yeah. And you later we will realize, because I took this decision, when you see behind, after 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, it was perfect. Krishna will give you intelligence. Sachinandan Maharaj, he used to say that Krishna is there in our heart. Because we are not talking with Krishna, Krishna is also not talking to us. He is keeping quiet. When we will start talking to Krishna by hearing about him, he will also start talking to us. Right? And if Krishna starts talking to us, then who can defeat us? Even our mind cannot defeat us. There are no enemies outside world. Outside world there are no enemies. Our biggest enemy is this guy. हमको लगता है बाहर वाले दुश्मन है. दुश्मन अंदर ही बैठा है. बाहर वाला कोई दुश्मन नहीं है. पहला चीज निकालना, फर्स्ट थिंग वी शुड रिमूव इज समवन एल्स वांट टू हार्म मी. नो वन. अरे उसका जिंदगी इज नॉट इनफ फॉर हिम. व्हाट ही विल हार्म यू. द बिगेस्ट हार्म क्रिएटर इज देयर इज आवर माइंड. If really we want to win someone, win our mind. Our world is beautiful. World is beautiful. Our mind is creating all the problem. Control mind. Pray to Krishna. Krishna, my mind is creating so much problem. Please help me. He is telling me not even to pray, not even to increase my rounds. कितना साल से मैं 2 माला पे अटका हूँ. 12 साल हो गए अभी. Right? Pray to Krishna. So Nidhi Dhyasanam, application is very important. That application can be very simple, following the 4 regularity principles, applying tilak, doing some decisions based on the shastras. It can vary for people in different levels. The 4th thing in hearing is prayers, vandanam. Now what to pray? Pray to Krishna that Krishna, whatever I heard, whatever I have thought, contemplated, please help me to apply. Please help me to apply, because this is divya knowledge. Those some old stories where they used to get some password, some cube which is like the password of some puzzle. But that cube anyone cannot use. Only one who is having the ability, only he can use. So this knowledge is also, this shastric knowledge is also divya knowledge. This knowledge cannot be just implemented without the backing of the Lord. These books are open for everyone. Anyone can read. But application only he can do who is not envious of Krishna. Krishna tells Arjuna, I am telling you this knowledge because you're my friend. You're not envious of me. You're not envious means you love me. So only when we love Lord or we want to serve Lord, this knowledge will come in our life. We'll be able to apply it. Otherwise it will remain a book for me. इतना भागवतम पढ़ा, इतना भगवत गीता पढ़ा, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? Because the base substance is developing love to Lord. What is bhakti? Bhakti means developing love to Lord. Now you will say, man will say, what? ये क्या process है? Love. I'm a man. I will do. We are all. There is no man. All are women only. Only one is man is Krishna. We all prakriti. We all are prakriti, and prakriti has to be enjoyed by bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. We are only in the body of man. We are in the body of man. So sometimes man or strong men feel, I will not do this love to the Lord and yachana, prayer. I'm like this. Tell me what should I do. Tell me that, I will do that. What you will do? After some years the ability will go. Right? We all are prakriti to be enjoyed by the Supreme Lord. So that's why the aim of bhakti is to develop love to the Lord. So all that we are doing, japa we are doing, hearing what we are doing, archanam what we are doing, in the process we have to try and develop love to Lord. Lord, please, I want to develop love to you. Right? And one very important part of love is what? Remembering the Lord, listening about Him, doing something for Him. What we are doing for Lord? in the whole day, whole week? Nothing much. So we have to see we do things for the Lord. Japa is one of that. Japa is exclusively for the Lord. Following the principles of Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam is for the Lord. Right? If possible, have deities at home. If we don't have deities right now, photograph, offer bhoga to the Lord, offer tulsi to the Lord in the morning, pray to Him before you go to sleep. That is how you develop our love. If we don't develop our love to the Lord in this human form of life, once that life is gone, then animals don't develop love to Lord. They cannot, because they don't have the free will. They will do by the nature. You cannot have tiger coming and licking the Lord. That only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can do when he sings his Mahamantra, not otherwise. Only in human form of life we have that freedom, and that is the highest goal of human form of life. Develop love to the Supreme Lord. We are developing our love to so many things and it is getting broken. So bhakti means Bhagwan ke pati prem develop karna. Right? So we have to soften ourselves if we are hard. If we say, Lord, I want to love you now. Tell me what can I do for you. Correct? So that is the process of hearing. The process of hearing is Shravanam. That is hearing itself. The second one is what? Mananam. We have to pick some lines, pick some things and contemplate. Okay, this thing, it's like this. How I can do this? And after Mananam, it is Nidhi Dhyasanam. That is application. I want to apply this. I want to apply this in my life. Yata Shakti, whatever it is. Action is very important. If we are just keeping on hearing, mananam, no action, it will not work. And Vandanam. Why Vandanam is given? Because so that we don't feel I am the doer. Ye na, maine apply kar diya. Ye na apply. No, without his sanction we cannot apply. We will not be able to apply it the way it is. I know Bhagavad Gita, I know Bhagavatam, I know all stories of Krishna, but not able to apply in life because sanction nahi mila na wahan se. So pray, Lord, this is Divya knowledge. Without your sanction, kuch nahi kar sakte. Please help me. Yata Shakti, I am trying, but you please see, if you have ichha, anything can be done. That's why Vandanam is important. We had shared one lecture of Vrajavihari Prabhu. Right? What was that lecture? The first thing he says is, prayers are first. Everything else is second. Job is second. Relationship is second. Family is second. You yourself is second. Prayers is first. Now what this line means? Because even when Brahma was created, he prayed. And then he heard the word tapa. So prayers first. So we have to think how much time in my day I am doing prayers. Prayers means actual prayers, standing in front of the Lord. And whatever, it is not Sanskrit, Kokni, any prayer, man, from the mind, from the heart, any prayer. Prayer first. Because prayer is our connection to Lord. Japa means prayers. What is japa? Japa is prayers. Japa is not something else. Japa is not meditation. Japa is not, any other thing. Japa means prayers. I am praying to the Lord. What is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? Lord, Radha Krishna, please engage me in your seva. Please engage me in your seva. We are praying to her. Prayers first. Very, very striking line. Remaining everything can come second. Including you think anything. But prayers first. If we live our life in that way, then we get whatever or we don't get anything or whatever it is. There is no lamentation. Or will not feel sorry about it. Right? So here if you see, these are the 4 steps that we should be following for hearing. So japa is, coming to japa, 5 minutes will stop. Not 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So when japa, so what is japa? So we said hearing. So hearing is not only Krishna Katha hearing. Hearing means our japa also is hearing. What is japa? Japa means we are saying Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And one common problem we have when we are doing japa is that our mind is wandering. वो पूरा भारत दर्शन करके आ जाता है. भारत ने मडगांव दर्शन, भारत तो दूर है, पूरा मडगांव, this jewelry shop, that new shop is put, or this new, and 2 rounds are finished, 3 rounds are finished. And last time, as I said, so many books are written on japa, and all the books they say only one thing: when you are doing japa, hear your Hare, hear your Rama, hear your Krishna coming from your tongue. That's it. And we also have that experience. All those rounds, what I'm hearing and doing now, my mind doesn't distract much. I'm just shant. One time Prabhuji was telling me, Prabhuji, when I'm chanting now, some best ideas come to my mind. You know why? Because mind becomes really peaceful. Mind is not agitated. Mind is not churpur jaina manan si shant jata manan. Mind is a very powerful tool. Mind can liberate us. Mind can create rockets which can take us to outer space. That intelligent the mind is. Because we are not able to focus our mind, we are not able to live our life properly. So when I'm chanting, mind becomes calm down and it really comes out in its potential. So we should not, of course, mind will give you ideas, but don't do chanting so that I'll get good ideas. Right? Chanting is so that I go out of these ideas only, no more ideas. Maximum from Bhatikar it will take you to Manovikas. That's it. Or Manovikas to Sunshine, your ideas, or Sunshine to maybe Harvard School. But problem to wahi hai. Now from Harvard also they are all coming back. All the Indians who are staying outside in America and all, they are feeling it's better to come to India. It's all becoming same. Right? So mind will give you, it will help you for economic development, it will help you for sense gratification. But the problem is, हमको ये सब नहीं चाहिए. We want final. Aryan, Krishna says to Arjuna, think like a Aryan. कैसा गधे की तरह, you are talking like a eunuch. है उसमें second chapter, you are talking like a eunuch बोला उसको. You are Aryan, speak like a Aryan. क्या रो रहा है? So our goal should be like that. We should not be thinking just chota mota. Why? Because we have access to this supreme knowledge. Big knowledge, big goal. Big goal, big actions. Right? So here, japa is also hearing. And japa becomes problematic when we don't hear. So japa mein hearing very important. Even in relationship, hearing is important. When husband, wife, children, friends, any relation, hearing is important. If we don't have hearing, all problems will start. Right? So, normally they say husband, wife don't hear to each other. Parents and children don't hear to each other. And with the same mindset, we come to Krishna. And Krishna is also speaking, but we are not hearing to him. Right? So, one hearing process is Krishna Katha, which comes from outside. Second hearing is Japa, what we speak. The third hearing is Krishna speaking. Who speaking? किसी के साथ बात किया क्या अभी तक कृष्णा ने? नहीं किया है? किया है. See, कुछ करना होता है ना, if you have to do something और उसमें गड़बड़ है, माने you know 19-20 कवर आ दी. अंदर से एक आवाज आती है सही करने के लिए. That is Krishna. बारीक असतात ती आवाज एकदम बारीक. आणि टू डू रॉंग इज डू दॅट. आणि ताज्या पुढे आवाज आहे ना कृष्णाचा, ऐकू आहे ना. वी आर नॉट एबल टू हिअर कृष्णा बिकॉज दॅट डुईंग बॅड साऊंड इज सो बिग because of our so many lifetimes of contamination, that sound has become so big, we are not able to hear Krishna's voice. Krishna is talking to us, but he is talking very softly so that he doesn't disturb us. When a child is playing, because parents love them, they don't want to disturb them, but they're saying, "Awa sa bab kida zala sang maga." But child is so much engrossed in that play. So Krishna is talking. Bhagavatam also tells 2 steps how to hear Paramatma in our heart. First step is faith that Krishna loves us. Faith, Shraddha, that Krishna is our Suhudram Sarva Bhutanam. He is our real well-wisher. We should have that faith. Faith that Krishna loves us. What is the faith that Krishna? ये ना रोज सुबह उठ के बोलना चाहिए affirmations. Krishna loves me. What we have to say in the morning? Krishna सच में चेंज होगा. देखो, your perspective to see our life will change if we have this strong conviction that Krishna loves me. ऐसा कोई आके हमको एक टेस्टिमोनी दिया कि कृष्णा रियली केयर्स अबाउट अस, डोंट वरी, आई वेंट टू हिम. हु वाज दैट साउथ इंडियन ब्राह्मण हु वाज टॉकिंग टू द लॉर्ड? वरदराज, one devotee now who was doing chamar to Varadaraj, and he was talking to Varadaraj. Who was he? Anyone knows? So he was talking to the Lord, and all the devotees, all the villagers were asking him, ask this about me to the Lord, whether I will go to the spiritual world. And he used to ask Lord, and then he used to come and tell. तो वैसे ही हमें भी कोई ऐसे आके बोले, I spoke to the Lord yesterday night, and he said, Akshay, Lord has said, I am happy with you. Keep doing what you are doing. कितना हमें अंदर से ये आएगा ना, हाँ भगवान ने बोला क्या, और करूँगा मैं. राइट. सो इफ वी गेट दैट अश्योरेंस दैट लॉर्ड रियली लव्स अस, not just vigrah, but actually Lord said through someone that Lord loves us, we will be so much charged to do something. Right. So we should have that deep faith. Bhakti means creating that faith, shraddha, that Lord really loves me. ये try करो, ये try this. Say this one liner, every day. Lord really loves me. Lord, Krishna loves me. Krishna loves me. And then you start your day. Even your japa, even our japa, even our day-to-day activities. Just with this one feeling, Krishna loves me. And that, by very word, you get that joy. Wow, Krishna loves me? Really? Me? Of all the people? Me? He knows what is there inside. Still he loves me? Wow. That feeling itself gets so much joy. So, Bhagavatam says that when we develop this Shraddha, that Lord is Sudram Sarva Bhutanam, He is really my well-wisher, He really loves me, then I will be able to hear Krishna. Not otherwise. Not otherwise. When two people love each other very much, how they speak? Saukas. They don't speak also, they speak only by eyes. Right? Just do it. You're coming? Okay, let's go. But if you don't like each other, what is the tone of your voice? How much time? Every time you are late. No, I went to get water. Water we'll get outside. Come fast, we are getting late. This is the tone. Why? Because there's no love. There's no love. So when we have love, the tone is soft. So when we have love to the Lord's soft voice, we are able to hear. Otherwise, chilla chilli andar, pura ekdam, all the 5 serpents are beating us, senses are taking the rath in all 5 directions. Kahan Bhagwan ka sunenge? So developing ratim to the Lord comes by Shravanam. And that should be our resolution for 2025, that I want to develop love towards you, Lord. We should come to that stage. भगवान के बारे में सुनेंगे ना, सोचेंगे ना, बैठ के ऐसे मन में मुस्कुराहट आनी चाहिए. वाओ. पीपल शुड आस्क, क्यों हंस रहा है? नहीं, ऐसे कभी हंसे थे हम लास्ट? ऐसे बैठे बैठे हंसे थे. ज़्यादातर टाइम दूसरों पे ही हंसते हैं ना. That's me. Right? So we should reach a stage in life that we just sit and contemplate and think about the Lord. We should be feeling that joy, and that is how all the pure devotees are. They don't. That's why they used to not be attached to the worldly things. They are happy. They're just enjoying the pastimes of the Lord. Once Prabhupada was sitting, and I think he was smiling or he was just thinking. He was just sitting and thinking, and then one devotee came, Prabhupada, what you are thinking? So Prabhupada said, I am thinking what Mother Yashoda must have cooked for Krishna today in his tiffin box. Prabhupada. हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं, हमारा टिफिन बॉक्स में क्या रहेगा? कृष्णा बाद में यार. That's what. We don't. ये वर्ल्ड आचार्य 13 साल 13 years he changed the whole world. कितना 2 घंटा सोते थे, फिर भी बैठ के सोचते थे कि कृष्णा के टिफिन बॉक्स में क्या रहेगा आज. This is what it is. It is just giving us a calibration करते हैं ना. It is giving us a wavelength. कहाँ हमको जाना है. He is setting the benchmark for us. Right? So 2025 we have to really think. इतने 25 साल चले गए. 2020 क्या है वो मिलेनियम कुछ तो आया था ना, Y2K बोल के, याद है आप लोगों को? दुनिया ख़त्म होगा ऐसा कुछ, तो Y2K, और एवरी साल आता है वो, दुनिया ख़त्म होगा, दुनिया ख़त्म होगा। और एक बार ऐसे ही ना 31 दिसंबर को बहुत हवा और तूफान आ गया था। मैं सच में अच्छा अभी तो ख़त्म होने वाला है, सच में मुझे याद है, राइट। 20-25 साल चले गए ऐसे ही, आगे के 25 साल भी जाएंगे ऐसे ही। अभी कुंभ मेला चल रहा है, 12 साल में वापस आएगा कुंभ मेला। हम लोग, लॉट ऑफ अस माइट बी देयर, माइट नॉट बी देयर फॉर दैट। टाइम फ्लाइज। एज आई सेड इन द स्टार्ट, सन इज टेकिंग अवे एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम अस बाय हिज सेटिंग एंड राइजिंग। याद रखना चाहिए, ये साल के 3 दिन गए, आज 3 तारीख के 4 है, 3 है ना, 3 दिन गए 25 के। सोचा है 1%, 365, 1% ऑलमोस्ट गया। क्या किया हमने? कुछ नहीं, हाथा झाला रे चालू नवे वर्ष में वेळ आगो 1% गया लो। You thought about it? Time is flying so fast. So we have to really think. We are fortunate that we have got this knowledge. We should not be wasting our fortune. एक व्हडलो गिरेस मनशाचो भुरगो आसता न्ही, तो सामको आळशी आसता. He doesn't know the fortune that he has got. उसको पता नहीं कितना अरबों रुपया है पीछे, कुछ भी कर सकता है. So we sometimes become like that. We have got this knowledge. Now knowledge, I'll tell you, in today's world, this knowledge is available with very less people. What to do in life ही पता नहीं रहता है. We know we have to go there. We know the process. Acharya has given the process. Starts from Shravanam. Everything is available. We have to sit, contemplate, make a plan. भगवान के सामने बैठो, प्लान बैठना है, प्लान बनाना है, भगवान को बोलना है, भगवान ये प्लान है मेरा, मुझे पता है नहीं होने वाला है मुझसे, आप मदद करो. आप करोगे ना मदद, हो जाएगा. वी हैव टू मेक अ प्लान फॉर 2025. इतना साल निकल गया हमारा ज़िंदगी का, अभी आगे भी ऐसे नहीं करना है. आई वॉन्ट टू बी डिफरेंट. वॉट गॉट यू हियर विल नॉट गेट यू देयर. ऐसा एक बुक लिखा है किसी ने, पूरा बुक ही लिखा है. वॉट गॉट यू हियर विल नॉट गेट यू देयर. मीन्स यहाँ तक हम टूटते फुटते लगड़ते आ गए, भक्ति में भी नहीं, पर्सनल लाइफ में भी. हमको ही पता है हम लोग क्या है, कैसे तो लकीली पहुंच गए जिस पोजीशन पे है, जिस मुकाम पे है, जितना बैंक बैलेंस है, जितना हेल्थ है, उतना हम ज़्यादा कुछ किए नहीं. अभी आगे जाना है तो ऐसा ही नहीं चलने वाला, थोड़ा कुछ और करना पड़ेगा, राइट. भक्ति में भी ऐसा ही है. कृष्णास मर्सी, प्रोपात मर्सी. किसी ने भगवत गीता दे दिया, किसी ने बोला आके बैठ इधर, अच्छा प्रसाद बनाते वो लोग, अच्छा बात करते हैं, आके सुनो तुमको क्या करना है. किसी ने माला दे दी, माला आ गया, तिलक लग गया, कंठी माला भी आ गए हम लोग. कैसे तो अभी आगे जाना है तो थोड़ा और कृष्णा को रेसिप्रोकेट करना पड़ेगा. वील हैव टू रेसिप्रोकेट टू लॉर्ड. एंड आई टेल यू व्हाट्स अ ब्यूटी. मैं इनसे बात कर रहा था बच्चों से. इन भक्ति योर एफर्ट्स आर इम्पॉर्टेंट, नॉट द रिजल्ट. In bhakti, efforts are important. Krishna sees efforts, he doesn't see result. So if we do our best effort, I want to complete my 16 rounds in the morning. I do my best effort. कभी मैं 12 कर रहा हूँ, कभी 10 कर रहा हूँ, कभी 8 कर रहा हूँ सुबह. Krishna sees he is putting effort. He'll give you the same falshruti. But if you are not putting efforts only, then nothing will happen. Right? So efforts are important. Krishna sees and rewards the efforts, not result, not the completion of activity. The efforts are important for Lord, right? So the first thing to develop, or the first thing to hear Paramatma is having the faith that Krishna. Affirmation क्या है? सुबह क्या बोलना है उठ के? Krishna loves me. Very important. मैं सच में बोल रहा हूँ, ये ट्राई करो. मैंने भी ट्राई किया है. आफ्टर हियरिंग दैट लेक्चर, वो ब्रज बिहारी प्रभु का, कृष्णा लव्स मी. फर्स्ट आई ट्राइड इट, आई सेड माय गॉड, इतना इससे पहले क्यों नहीं बोला मैंने. एंड देयर इज अ चेंज. यू फील व्हेन यू आर डूइंग जपा, ओ यस आई एम डूइंग इट फॉर समवन आई लव. फर्स्ट इज कृष्णा लव्स मी. वी शुड डेवलप दैट फेथ. सेकेंड, टू हियर कृष्णा हु इज देयर इन आवर हार्ट, व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, यू नो व्हाट वी हैव टू डू टू हियर. Talk less. But the problem is we are talking. We are like chatterbox. सुनते ही नहीं हम, इसलिए जपा में भी नहीं सुनते, भगवान का भी नहीं सुनते. माँ बाप का तो सुनते ही नहीं थे पहले से तो वैसे ही इधर आ गए, भगवान का भी नहीं सुनना है. हमको क्या करना, आगे बैठो, राइट. तो सुनना है. सुनने के लिए मुंह बंद. ना मुंह बंद मीन्स व्हाट द शास्त्रास आर सेइंग बाय सेइंग टॉक लेस. Talk less means talk less prajalpa. Prajalpa means anything other than Krishna is prajalpa. We should talk less prajalpa, because prajalpa is something which will really kill our bhakti. It will finish our bhakti. हमें समझेगा भी नहीं, जमीन के पाँव के नीचे से जमीन जाती है ना, ऐसा होगा, समझेगा भी नहीं कभी हो गया. This one last thing and we stop. So what it says is, here it says, if we are convinced that Krishna is God and my goal is Krishna, He will empower in our devotional service. This conviction comes or strengthens by hearing from sadhus and guru. And one very big obstacle in this path is, he says faith in this process goes by criticizing Vaishnavas. Criticizing Vaishnava, the first in the morning, das naam aparad, the 10 offenses. What is the first offense? The 10 offenses what we read in Mangalarti. The first offense is blaspheming devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy names. So the first offense against the holy name or hearing or japa is blaspheming. Blaspheming devotees, criticizing devotees. When we go in this criticizing mode, Krishna doesn't like. No matter how difficult it is, no matter what big wrong or something false someone else has done, we should not criticize a devotee. Very important. And here, that's what in Updeshamrit, Rupa Goswami gives what are 8 different criticisms or gossip or prajalpa. Prajalpa means doing anything which is other than Krishna, talking about Krishna. So first prajalpa is useless talks, useless materialistic talks, that is prajalpa. The second prajalpa is arguments, because arguments really waste our time and we cannot do devotion to Krishna. The third prajalpa is gossip. Gossip means talking about someone else. Why we do gossip? Why we gossip? म्हणजे चुगली म्हणजे चाडियो करप. Sanskrit, we were listening one lecture in Sanskrit also. This word is there, chadi. It's there. So it is common in English, Konkani and Sanskrit. Chadi. Chadi means 2 people coming and talking about someone else. You know why we do this? These 2 people want to make themselves bigger than that third person. Make their reputation bigger than that third person whom they are talking about. That is called gossip. So when we do this, and worst thing is gossip happening between devotee communities. See, everyone is Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Everyone is son of Krishna. So if I am talking bad about other son of Krishna, his parents will not feel bad. Even though I have the same parents, they will feel bad. And his parents are where? In my heart. Because my parents also same Krishna only. वही problem है. It is good and it is dangerous also. Krishna, dangerous part is Krishna को सब सुनाई देता है. गड़बड़ है. Means कुछ है ही नहीं मेरा दिगंबर. Because the thought before it reaches our heart, it passes through Krishna first. You know that? So it is best to be very clean with Krishna. Krishna, you know what is there in my heart. Please help me. Gadbad ho raha hai sab. Right? So when we do gossip, we are talking about someone else, third person, who is not among us. 2 people come and talk about the third person. That third person is also a child of Lord. Right? We should talk about him only if we are able to help him. If you are not able to help him, just for our entertainment we are talking, we should not talk. Because that will destroy what? Our bhakti. रिस्की है, बहुत रिस्की है, बात ही नहीं करना है. इवन व्हेन वी आर इन मैनेजमेंट, वी ऑल्सो डोंट टॉक मच. गड़बड़ है, थोड़ा बाद में बात करेंगे. वी डोंट टॉक. वी शुड नॉट. एकदम रिस्की है. इट विल डिस्ट्रॉय. Jayapataka Maharaj has written a book, full book on the title of the book is Mad Elephant Offense. You know elephant, when the elephant first only is so big, an elephant comes in your garden, he'll destroy your garden. And if that elephant becomes mad, then what he will do? He'll destroy everything. So Vaishnava Aparad is like a mad elephant offense. It will destroy the bhakti. Bhakti lata बीज. थोड़ा सा पेड़ आया ना, उसके ऊपर एलिफेंट ने पाँव रखा तो खत्म. 10 साल तक कुछ नहीं आएगा उधर. तो वैष्णव अपराध से दूर रहने का. And one of the biggest prajalpa is this, gossip. Next type of prajalpa is debating, Fifth one is fault finding, finding faults among others. Sixth is falsehood, spreading false things. Seventh is worldly talk, and eighth one is blaspheming devotees and others. So ये detail में लिखा है, but I'm just telling it is there. So one very very important thing is this prajalpa, gossip, Vaishnava aprat. Because initially when we come to Krishna consciousness, नया everything look good, wow, very nice. Slowly क्या होता है? Taste कम होने लगता है. Why? Because of all this. All this, and this we are doing unknowingly. Why we are doing this? Because बाहर भी वही करते हैं ना हम लोग. बाहर क्या करते हैं? वही करते हैं कि नहीं? ऑफिस में क्या करते हैं? दो लोग मिलके बॉस की बुराई करते हैं, बाद में बॉस को मिलके वो तीसरे. किटी पार्टी में क्या होता है? ये होता है, दो लोग मिले किधर, बोरकर सुपरमार्केट में, क्या बात करेंगे? यही बात करेंगे. अरे वो किधर है, गई वो आती नहीं अभी शॉपिंग के लिए. हाँ इधर ऐसा हुआ उसका, हाँ मैंने सुना था ऐसा ही हुआ, ऐसे ही है वो. Think about it. No. Why I'm telling you so graphically is think about it. We are devotees. We should consciously take a step not to do it. I'll not do it. Keep quiet. I'll not do it. If someone is talking also bad, yeah, fine. Change the topic. Don't do this. It is risky. Not only among devotees, but even non-devotees also, outside people also, among them also don't do it. Slowly, these people will start respecting you. They will know this guy doesn't talk bad about someone else. They will respect you. They will respect you. They will know you are one step higher than us. Because this one, each रहता है वो, each बुरा बदलेगा किसी का. अभी पूरा आ गया. अभी comes in our house and we talk bad about our children, we talk bad about our husband and wife, we talk bad about our parents, and then we talk bad about Krishna also and Guru. Because वो आदत ही है ना, क्या करेगा, आदत से मजबूर. तो इधर भी आया तो भगवान का ही बुराई करेगा, कृष्णा का बुराई करेगा. अभी इनिशियली नहीं करेंगे, बाद में जब हम डिवोटी बनेंगे, इनिशिएटेड बनेंगे, सब अभी सब आ गया अधिकार. देन आई हैव अधिकार बिकॉज आई एम दैट ओनली. तो वो टेंडेंसी पहले ही बाहर रख के आने का. एंड वी कैन नॉट बी समवन एल्स आउटसाइड एंड समवन एल्स इनसाइड. वी विल बी सेम. सो वी शुड नॉट हैव टू फेस. You know, my son was small that time. He was just 4-5 years old. That time he said once, "You are putting a mask." Because we had to discipline him. Sometimes don't do this. And I should love him also. He said, "You are putting a mask." He said that. We were like taken aback. Small child telling we are putting a mask. So how many masks we are putting? You imagine. We are putting so many masks. In front of Lord also we are putting masks. When I am japa, it is separate. When I am doing in my office, I am separate. I am at home, it